You don't need a spaceship to explore another planet. All you need is curiosity. Think you know Earth? Think again. Our world is hiding landscapes so strange and surreal, they feel pulled straight out of science fiction. Crimson deserts that look like Mars. Underground worlds that glow like galaxies. Frozen environments carved inside living glaciers. These places aren't CGI. They aren't movie sets. They're real, and they exist right here on Earth. Today, we're counting down 15 destinations so alien-looking you won't believe they're on this planet. And trust us, the last few will completely change how you see the world. Number 15. Wadi Rum, Jordan. Our journey begins on the surface of Mars, or at least, that's what it feels like. Welcome to Wadi Rum, Jordan, a vast silent valley of shifting red sands and colossal mountains of sandstone and ancient granite known as Jebels. The landscape is so convincingly Martian that Hollywood keeps coming back, using it as the backdrop for blockbusters like The Martian, Dune, and multiple Star Wars films. Here, crimson dunes ignite at dawn, stretching endlessly toward a horizon that feels like the edge of a new world. The silence is profound, broken only by the wind. This isn't just a desert, it's a time capsule. Number 14. Valley of Fire State Park, USA. Next, we're heading to Nevada, to a place that looks like it's been set ablaze by a passing starship. The Valley of Fire State Park is an inferno of Aztec sandstone, where fiery red rock formations blaze under the desert sun. Over 150 million years of geology are on display here, sculpted by wind and water into breathtaking arches, fins, and waves that seem to glow from within, especially at sunrise and sunset. The trails looks like the scorched surface of a volcanic planet. The intense reds, oranges, and purples come from iron oxidation in the rock, creating a palette almost too vibrant to be natural. It's a raw, powerful landscape that really puts your own existence into perspective. Number 13. Antelope Canyon, USA. Still in the American Southwest, our next stop is a place where light itself seems to bend and take physical form. Antelope Canyon in Arizona isn't a landscape you just look at, it's one you enter. Carved by millennia of flash floods, these slot canyons are cathedrals of swirling, rust-colored sandstone. The real magic happens when the sun is high in the sky. Beams of light pierce the narrow openings above, cutting through the darkness and lighting up the canyon walls like cosmic rays. The air becomes thick with glowing dust, and the sculpted rock glows in shades of orange, red, and purple. It feels less like a canyon and more like an interplanetary portal. It's a breathtaking display of nature's artistry, where the line between solid and ethereal completely blurs. Number 12. Zhangye Dangxia, China. Get ready to question reality. Our final stop in the Red Planet chapter takes us to China's Gansu province, home of the Zhangye Dangxia landform, better known as the Rainbow Mountains. This isn't just a landscape, it's a masterpiece painted by nature. Imagine mountains striped with impossible layers of deep crimsons, vibrant golds, and rich greens, all stacked like a surreal layer cake. These incredible colors are the result of millions of years of mineral deposits and sandstone being smashed together by tectonic plates. The boardwalks wind through a landscape so surreal it looks like an alternate dimension where geology rewrote its own rules. The colors are most vibrant after it rains, creating a spectacle so stunning it looks computer-generated. Number 11. Vatnajökull Ice Caves, Iceland. We're leaving the red worlds behind and plunging into the deep freeze. Our next stop is inside Vatnajökull, one of Europe's largest glacier. Each winter, as summer meltwater freezes, it carves out these incredible, temporary cathedrals of ice. Stepping inside is like entering the heart of a frozen planet. The ice is so dense and pure, it absorbs every color except for blue, casting an otherworldly sapphire glow all around you. Electric blue crystal vaults stretch through the glacier, glowing as if lit from within. These caves are temporary, forming and collapsing every year, which means no two seasons ever look the same. Number 10. Salar de Uyuni, Bolivia. Next up, a place where the sky meets the earth, erasing the horizon and your sense of reality along with it. Salar de Uyuni in Bolivia is the world's largest salt flat, but during the rainy season, it becomes the world's largest natural mirror. A thin layer of water covers the salt, creating a perfect, miles-wide reflection of the sky. Driving across it feels like flying through the clouds. At night, the illusion is even more profound. The star-filled sky is reflected beneath your feet, making you feel like you're floating in the middle of the galaxy. The sheer scale and perfect symmetry are disorienting and deeply humbling. It's a place that forces you into a state of pure awe. Number 9. Pamukkale, Turkey. Our next crystal world looks like a frozen waterfall cascading down a mountainside, but it's actually warm to the touch. Welcome to Pamukkale, Turkey, which translates to Cotton Castle. For thousands of years, hot, mineral-rich water has flowed down this hill, depositing layers of gleaming white travertine. This process has created a surreal landscape of brilliant white terraces filled with turquoise water. From a distance, it looks like an Arctic fortress just dropped into the middle of Anatolia. Warm mineral water flows gently across bright white terraces, filling turquoise pools that overlook the valley below. The scene looks less like a natural formation and more like the ruins of a lost, ethereal civilization. Number 8. Waitomo Glowworm Caves, New Zealand. Coming in at number 8, we're venturing deep underground into a subterranean galaxy. The Waitomo Caves in New Zealand are home to a tiny creature that creates one of the most magical sights on Earth. Glowworms turn the cave ceiling into a shimmering underground galaxy. These creatures are the larvae of a fungus gnat found only in New Zealand, and they produce a bioluminescent light to attract prey. The result is a living constellation that twinkles with a mesmerizing blue-green light. We're only halfway through, and honestly, Earth is already feeling like another universe. If you're enjoying discovering places like this, make sure you're subscribed to Charlie Flyer so you don't miss the next adventure. And let us know in the comments, which of these has blown your mind the most so far? All right, let's keep going. Number 7. Fly Geyser, USA. Kicking off our next chapter, we're at a place that looks like a science experiment from another planet gone beautifully right. Fly Geyser, on a private ranch in Nevada, is an accidental wonder. It was created back in the 60s when a geothermal test well wasn't sealed properly. Mineral-rich, superheated water erupted, and over the decades, those dissolved minerals built up into the bizarre, multicolored cones you see today. Standing several feet high, these vibrant red and green towers are constantly spewing hot water, cloaking the area in steam. The wild colors come from algae that thrive in the extreme heat. It's a hissing, steaming landscape that feels truly alive, a perfect stand-in for a volatile, geothermal alien moon. Number 6. Grand Prismatic Spring, USA. Prepare your eyes for a psychedelic explosion of color. In the heart of Yellowstone National Park is the Grand Prismatic Spring, the largest hot spring in the United States. From the ground, it's a steaming, misty cauldron. But from the Overlook Trail, its true alien nature is revealed. The spring is a massive eye of brilliant, deep blue, ringed by fiery bands of green, yellow, and orange. These aren't minerals. They're living colonies of heat-loving bacteria. Different species thrive at different temperatures, creating those distinct color bands around the edge. The intense blue center is too hot for anything to live in. It looks less like a spring and more like a portal to another dimension. It's a stunning reminder that life creates spectacular beauty, even in the most hostile places. Number 5. The Wave, USA. Our next stop is so delicate and sought after that you have to win a lottery just to see it. The Wave in Arizona is a geological marvel that truly defies belief. It's a swirling, undulating trough of sandstone where layers of rock have been eroded into flowing, liquid-like forms. Walking into the wave feels like stepping onto a frozen ocean of striped red, orange, and yellow rock. The graceful curves and mind-bending patterns create a surreal sense of movement, as if the landscape was flash-frozen mid-ripple. It's an intimate and fragile environment that feels sacred, a masterpiece sculpted by wind and water over 190 million years. This is a place where time, geology, and art all converge. Number 4, Socotra Island, Yemen. Get ready for what might be the weirdest place on Earth. Socotra Island in the Indian Ocean looks like one of the strangest landscapes on Earth. Often called the Galapagos of the Middle East, it feels less like a real place and more like something designed for a fantasy film. Isolated for millions of years, nearly a third of its plant life exists nowhere else on the planet. The most famous is the dragon's blood tree, a bizarre umbrella-shaped tree that releases deep red sap, making it look like it's bleeding. Then there's the bottle tree, with a swollen trunk that seems more suited to a desert planet than Earth. These alien-looking plants sit beside pristine white sand beaches, creating a landscape that feels completely unreal. It's one of the clearest examples of how strange and beautiful our planet can be. Number 3, Mount Roraima, Venezuela, Brazil, Guyana. Ever seen the movie Up? The inspiration for its Paradise Falls is our next destination, Mount Roraima. This massive, flat-topped mountain, or tepe, straddles the border of Venezuela, Brazil, and Guyana. Its sheer 1,000-foot cliffs rise straight from the clouds, giving the impression of a floating island in the sky. The top is a vast 2-billion-year-old plateau, a bizarre, mist-shrouded landscape of black rock, carnivorous plants, and unique black frogs. It feels like a lost world that time completely forgot. Number 2, Lençóis Maranhenses, Brazil. Imagine a desert, but instead of being empty, it's filled with thousands of crystal-clear lagoons. That's the surreal paradox of Lençóis Maranhenses National Park in Brazil. For half the year, it's a vast expanse of pristine white sand dunes that look like a classic desert. But from roughly June to September, something amazing happens. Rainwater collects in the valleys between the dunes, creating thousands of temporary freshwater lagoons in stunning shades of turquoise and emerald green. The sight of these brilliant blue pools nestled among sweeping white dunes is completely otherworldly, like oases on a barren moon. Number 1, Cappadocia, Turkey. And finally at number 1, we arrive in a real-life fairy tale kingdom that seems to have sprung from a dream. Cappadocia in central Turkey is a land of whimsical fairy chimneys, tall, conical rock formations that look like a city built for otherworldly beings. These structures were formed by erosion, but ancient people carved homes, churches, and entire underground cities into the soft stone. The landscape is surreal enough on its own, but the real magic happens at sunrise. As the sun rises, hundreds of hot air balloons drift silently across the sky, turning the entire landscape into a moving painting of color and light. It is, without a doubt, one of the most uniquely beautiful and alien landscapes our planet has to offer. Earth is way stranger and more beautiful than we give it credit for. Which of these places would you want to see with your own eyes? Let us know in the comments, and we'll see you in the next adventure.